Hey, what is up guys? It's me, the Yapping KV, and welcome back to my channel. And today we'll be doing a mythic solo queue. So I'll be starting off as Minotaur first. Kind of went off to the wrong lane at the start. You know, top lane. Actually, Leomord wanted to solo. I didn't know that at first. So once I got up there, I started moving back down. And sorry, these are actually replays because when I actually play the game, I don't record just in case it gets a bit too laggy. So normally when I go for rank, I don't record the game. But if you want like some classic, you know, heroes from the advanced server that you wish to see, like the recently new hero, I have no idea what his name is, but apparently he wears armor. Yeah, you can just comment down below and I'll do it. So what you should do at the start if you're playing a tank as Minotaur, go for helping a marksman out, maybe take the buff so they can have more health to help you in lane. So as a tank, you gotta try to always have support with you. You know you have a lot of health, but damage wise it's not really good, so you can try to get more support from marksman, you know, high damaging ones with low health, so you can be the health and they can be the one protecting you from behind. So this is the beginning. The Lunox and the Alucard is in the same lane, but we got 3, so instantly it's an advantage at the start. Aurora though, I can't say doing much, just standing by there. I think she's AFKing. So you know that's not a good start. Hopefully she comes back soon. I think she does eventually. You know, this is a replay, what am I talking about? But right now it's starting a little bit shaky. Aurora is back. Lunox and Alucard in the top bush, but in the game you can't really see that. The Lunox though a little bit stupid, coming up in front of the Alucard against 3 people. She managed to run though due to our health not being very high. So a good freeze, and the Lunox barely survives there. She got the recall now, so we can continue farming. Wait, the Lunox doesn't actually recall? No, that's okay, she does, right? And then like during this game I can't actually see, yes, I'm flaunting my mythic badge from last season. So you know, in game you can't really see all this, like the map and all the other characters, but you know, it's cool when you're actually watching and then you can see all this, just like what your enemies are doing. You know, some really good actions and some just really stupid. You can see the Alucard there. I'm now level 4. Once I can get myself raged up, it's gonna be good. So get myself raged up, run out of the turret, and then instantly just use the ulti to stun him there, and the Hanabi finishes him. No, I did. My first kill. Sorry guys, I'm a bit confused. This is a replay and I don't really remember everything very well. This is the first game of my 2 games solo queuing in Mythic. So it's going well so far. And by the way, you'll see like 2 different names in the 2 different games, because I have actually changed my name from Ovelha to Esper, which is a Pokemon that appear in Pokemon XY series. You can go and check that out. Not sponsored by Pokemon in any way. So it's not looking good. The Lunox is okay right now, but you know, it's a 4-0. Why am I saying it's not looking good? It's looking good. I'm confusing myself too. So the Lunox is dead. We have managed to take down 1 turret. The enemy have failed to do so. So what you are trying to aim when you're using Minotaur is try to stay raged up most of the time in the game, especially when you're going up against enemies. Because you know, not a happy Minotaur is a lousy Minotaur. New phrase. For all Minotaur users out there, you gotta agree. So just keep swinging at minions, and then your ulti when you are happy Minotaur, just keep charging up your rage when you get a chance. But don't waste it, like you know, if you're in the middle of nowhere and there's no one close to you, of course you don't use it. Unless it brings you really close but not close enough. So like this, I just need 1 more bounce and I can actually hit it up. And I tried to go here, but the marksman just didn't make it on time, so it didn't really pull off a flicker ulti. Sometimes it can be used as a really like surprise element against your enemy. So that's a good one by Hanabi, but then the Franco just got to her. The Hanabi in this game is quite good, but you know, when you are in the higher ranks, most of the time you find teams that are good, but your enemy teams are also good, so you gotta be good yourself. Now it sounds like I'm complimenting myself. Okay, so Minotaur, you're not gonna be able to win against a fighter, so you can just try to do as much damage, but don't really just go in and fight for real. You're surely gonna lose. So for me, I'm lucky that Alucard actually retreated. if you really look at the game right now, it looks really onto our side. It looks like it's going to be a good win for us, but the enemy team is putting up a good fight. They're not getting the kills, but they're managing to hold their turrets. So this is trying to set themselves up in a good position for counter attack in the event that we all die out. But you know, that's what you try to avoid doing when you're playing ranking and with your team. You know, you don't normally, you would prefer to give up turrets instead of dying to the enemy, cause if you die, your turret may just go down anyway and you'll be both death and a loss of turret. So the Lunox is just not being a very smart person right here, giving me such a good chance to kill her. It's a good start, Franco not really doing anything. I tried to go to the bush to recall, but you know the Franco is always going to predict I'm there. A good hook jump to miss me. What did I just say? And now I'm recalling. It's going well so far, 9-2. Getting some kills and assists up, no deaths so far. And I would say most of my teams is quite good at the game. So this is going to go well, because when you're playing a tank, normally if your team is noob, no matter how good you are at playing the particular tank, you can't carry the team, with, you know, exception to Esmeralda, which is, I don't know, she's like just a little bit overpowered right now. And she'll be coming up in the second game. So now we're stuck with Minotaur first. And you know, not doing much, just killing some minions, trying to get some farm up. And the mid lane seems to be having some trouble. The Hayabusa trying to hide in the bush, decided to run. And the Lunox is gonna come after me. No, okay. I guess, you know, the Hanabi fighting against the Hayabusa. This looks like it's gonna be a alright game so far. You know, I've just been repeating myself over and over again that this is gonna be a good game, but the Hanabi manages to survive here. Try to get some stun in so she can survive, and then run. So as you can see, I have a lot of health, but when I really jump in and start using my skills, there's barely any damage. So that's not what you should be doing as a tank. You should be more as like you know, you're the health, the mid shield. So you just let the enemy keep targeting you, shooting you, while you let your other teammates deal the damage. You're not the actual damage dealer, so don't go too overboard and, you know, running in alone trying to attack your enemies. That's just not going to work out if you're a tank. So yeah, if you follow the general rules of tanking, you know, having your teammates, always try to be with your teammates so you can be the mid shields and they can actually do the damage. It should go well most of the time if your teammates are good, but you know, if they're shit, then you know, there's nothing you can do about that. Even if you're the best player, most likely there's still nothing you can do about, you know, you can't be a tank and then just run in and savage run out. I mean, that may be possible, but I've never seen it personally before. So, and why am I going after the lot? I was just confused there. Trying to charge it up. The Lunox clearing some of the minions from the lane. And I think at this point I'm gonna lose the top turret. No one is there. I'm trying to tell them, but you know, that stuff happens. You can't keep all turrets. Okay, I guess the pros could, but you know, we're still at the low mythic levels, so leave me alone. I will get better eventually. So going, I would say, to plan. 14-4 rating, and we have destroyed a lot of their turrets. And by a lot, I mean we could almost get their inhibitor turret soon. And I just made a really stupid mistake there by leaving, but I somehow jumped in and managed to get the Lunox dead. The Franco chasing, I use my ulti, the Guardian gets the kill on the Clot. That's good. Legendary for the Guardian. You know, if only they actually have like legendary assist, that will probably be me, but sadly they don't provide such services. So it's only for the Guardian. You know, the tank normally gets forgotten with just like all his thousands assists that, you know, no one really cares about. It's the kills, guys, the kills that matters. Okay, the Alucard is just gonna run in and attempt to kill the Aurora, which he does, but then he dies to the Guardian. And I get chained by Franco. Yeah, Franco. This momentary brain freeze, brain fart. I don't know, it smells. Okay, so It's okay, the Guardian is good, so you know when you normally get a good assassin, it's great. If you get a good marksman, it's even better. And if you get a good tank, great assassin, great marksman coming together, you know, sometimes it's like a sure win game, but if your opponent also has the same combi, it really depends. But then sometimes, you know, when you see a Fanny that's just overpowered, you know, there's really nothing you can do about that. And a lot of times I do find those type of things where you just can't better it. The Fanny just comes in and swing like a few times and half your team is dead. So even if you being a tank, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't really just block it, can you? She just flies past you. And then even as Minotaur, my crowd control only lasts for a while, and you know, if you're really a very good Fanny, you can probably like have enough lifesteal to actually get past that. So when you're playing ML and you meet a Fanny, you gotta hope that she's not those top 10 around the world Fanny and stuff. That's most likely a defeat, I would say. So it's, yeah, there's just some stuff that can never be changed in Mobile Legends. No matter how, you know, you try to nerf the Fanny, it just doesn't work. This Hayabusa is gonna die here. He tried to steal the lot, in the end he just ended up dying. We nearly lose the inhibitor turret on top, but somehow we managed to keep it. No wait, actually we lost it. Okay, my bad. Hanabi did a good job there. I think I'm gonna die here. Do I? Yeah, I think I die here. Yes, I died here. Okay, let's just skip this. And imagine we all didn't see that. And we're back. It's still going well, but the enemy seems to have caught up a little bit. 21-10 now. The Hanabi though is still going ham on the enemies. It looks like they are all retreating to her. The Cloud comes out. Fails to do anything though. I think managed to bring down some of her health, but that's about all. The Leomon wrecking some havoc in the turret. You know, at this point it's like it looks very good, like we're gonna win. The lot is coming up from one side, we're destroying on this side. There's no lot. Okay. Yeah, we're destroying the inhibitor turret. They have managed to take out one, the enemy has taken out one, but now we have taken out two. You know, it's all about turrets here. It's a turret game, and you know, somehow I'm like chasing the Lunox. I decided to stop chasing her and she dies. I don't know why she dies or how she dies, but she dies. So I don't know. That's just lucky, I guess. She dies. Yeah. Somehow she dies. I don't know. I'm still very confused about that to this day. Probably some pros can enlighten me down below in the comment section on how she dies. I got chained by the Franco again. I mean, what's the point of the chain? I'm right beside you. And he dies. Yeah. Everybody dying. Okay, so it's going well, and I think this is it. Hanabi's damage is just too much for the tower to take, and he explodes. You know, it's like too much food and you explode like a goldfish. Okay, so that is game 1 done. 10.1 MVP. Okay, before the next match, let's take a commercial break and watch a video. Okay, if you're interested in the game that was just showed in the video, it's actually a massive online battle arena game which allows for 4v4v4v4 style battle, and you can either try to claim a central turret or destroy your enemy turrets. So there's new objectives and it's no longer a boring 5v5 format. Do check it out in the link below if you're interested. So actually going to the second game, I'm supposed to be the Ruby, but I was really a noob Ruby in that game, so I decided to give Esmeralda the chance to shine on my YouTube channel, while I'll just leave quietly. Okay, I guess I'll help her take the buff then. So this game starts off really like just average, I would say. Not the quickest, you know, so let me just entertain you with some of my bullshit talking while you watch us destroy the buff. So playing as Ruby, you know, pro Ruby. Nah, not really. So playing as Ruby, not the best Ruby, but still playing as Ruby. If you can take the buff is good, but you know, don't fight for it, cause mage, sometimes marksman need it more. You don't really need it, but if you can have it, it's good, you know, it's a need, it's not a want. So generally speaking, I picked Ruby because there was a Fanny in this game, so I thought just a slight counter. If the Fanny is too pro, at least there's something I could do. Turns out the Fanny was really noob though, you can see what happens later. So now we go for the gold buff after clearing up the lanes. The Fanny attempts to clear our minions, so he managed to get the gold buff. And I don't know what the Fanny was attempting to do there, walking so close to a Ruby. Instantly I saw the chance, spin, stun, and the Esmeralda finishes off. So the Claude and flaunting my mythic again. The Claude and the Grog comes together. Esmeralda tries to go for the kill on the Claude. Doesn't go well. Does the Harley get it? No, he doesn't. So Grog is really right now an overpowered tank, and I haven't bought him. You know, that's most of the time what's wrong with me. Like, normally I just don't get the overpowered characters. Like, what? You know, what's that, Claude? I guess he's overpowered, I'm not really sure. Like, if you know how to use him, it's good. I didn't buy him for a very long time. The Fanny, if you know how to use her, is good too, but you know, like this, most people don't know how to use her, you know, she's shit if you don't know how to use her. I don't know. You know, I don't know. It really depends. And the Claude coming for the Esmeralda. So this is what I mean by like overpowered tanking. Like, you know, she just negates the shield and then steals your shield. She's like Claude, but a magician Claude. You know, like Claude steals money, she steals your shield. So you really need protection when you are up against Esmeralda. And we are back. So yeah, Esmeralda again, level 5 already. Still, I feel she's a little overpowered. You could probably nerf her a little. Her damage is a little bit on the high side, you know, and stealing people's shield makes her a little bit tanky. She may just be like the most overpowered hero, you know, behind a pro Fanny. But if you are not really good at Mobile Legends but you want to rise up very quickly, Esmeralda could probably be an option. Like a simpler pro character you can just pick up. And hey, I popped up again on the screen. Somehow there's like three of the enemy team here. Yeah, and the Guinevere is also pretty overpowered. I bought her, but as expected, not the best at her. So here comes the Guinevere again. Not going well. Why will you charge at us here? She kills me though. See, that's why I gave the spotlight to Esmeralda and not me. I just had a really shit game. And the Esmeralda carried us to victory. That's why in the first game I said, you know, tanks can't carry to victory with the exception of Esmeralda, which is, I would say she's more of a mage with a lot of health. So you can call her a tank, but she's a mage with a lot of health. A tanky mage, which is the description. Okay, so it's going well, and at this point the Esmeralda is just going to rush the enemy towers while, you know, they are focused really on the top lane and the mid lane. You know, because there's a pro Ruby there. Yeah, watch this space. Nah, I'm just kidding. Is she gonna go up? And no, so she's actually gonna focus on farming and taking down the bottom lane turrets. The Claude actually gonna come down. He's not going to interfere. He failed though. Esmeralda got the extra farm. she's just gonna ignore the top lane and try to go for more gold and turrets below at the bottom lane. So it's kind of going well for her, but yeah, and Claude, you're dead. Yeah, there's no point of using the ulti, you're just dead. So that's the good thing about Esmeralda too, with Claude having his shield, who cares? She's just gonna turret jump you and kill you. So here, welcome to the second hero which doesn't actually care about turrets. Fanny's the first, and now we have Esmeralda. Yay, thank you Mobile Legends. Okay, it's going well, I guess. 11-6, I think I died a lot of times. So, I'll hail the Great Ruby. And it's, I would say Esmeralda, I would say that this is a very good Esmeralda player, or Esmeralda is a easy to play tank. You can decide which one it is, but all in all, she did help us to victory, so I got a lot to say. The team's still gotta be good though, but not gonna be like crazy good if you're playing Minotaur and stuff. You can just be good. Harley died, I think somehow, yeah, the Cho managed to get to him. And the Fanny, as usual, died again, noob Fanny. The Guinevere though, I think is pretty pro, and she tries to go in for the kill. I don't think she actually gets the kill here. She's going for the Cho, who manages to run into the turret. It's a really good one. I thought, she doesn't really care about the turret, but I guess if there's too many enemies, you still gotta care. Now if you're a Fanny, you're just not gonna fly in the turret with Cho running around you, will you? That's just gonna be stupid. Suicide. And I don't think she's gonna live through this. Actually no, there's only a Claude left. Okay. And now she's surrounded by 3 people, but tanky and damaging at the same time. With her, it's not life steal, it's more like shield steal, but somehow it still gives her a lot of health. You just do not want to keep getting shields around her. She's just gonna steal your shield, and you're gonna become weak and defenseless. So, auto battle charge, ticket, and hot time. Maple Story M. Yeah, whoever plays that game still. Okay, let's continue onto Mobile Legends, and yeah, it's okay. If you really, I'm glad I'm not showing you the Ruby gameplay. It's just gonna be really shit. Don't unsubscribe, guys. Okay, so it's going good. If you like this type of mythic solo rank gameplay, not just from me, but from my team in general. Not really my team as in my team, but my Mobile Legends team that I randomly get when I solo queue. Just comment down below, like and subscribe, and I will come out with more and more of these solo queue videos, because I don't have a lot of people to play with, so most of the time I solo queue. So if you really like this type of solo queue content, just subscribe and like. And the Johnson, what driving was that? Were you drunk? Some whiskey or Royce? Oh, you must have had too much Royce that has ice cream inside. What ice cream? Alcohol. Royce with alcohol inside. Who gets drunk on ice cream? Okay, the Cho Guinevere combo, not gonna go well for them. Especially with Ruby with Purify. Yeah, that's just not gonna go well. That's the only reason why I took Purify with Ruby. Normally I take Flicker, but with Guinevere you gotta be safe. The amount of crowd control the enemy team has, you gotta counter build those crowd control. And it's Jizu Veirenza, I think it's a Chinese name. The Fanny is coming really quickly. It looks like she's in a Johnson, but our team has the Johnson. Yes, and there's a mid clash which we're not gonna watch because we are on Esmeralda's camera. Fanny taking out the buff. What is Esmeralda gonna do? Not give her the buff and kill her at the same time. 1 for 1. It's a good deal. And the Grog is just not gonna stand a chance. As I've always said, when you're playing tank, normally don't try to be alone. When you're alone, chances are you're gonna die. Try to be as close to your damage dealers as possible. so they can deal the damage for you. Otherwise, no matter how much health you have, eventually you'll still die to enemies' damage dealers. The enemy team is just freaking out right now, you know, they're getting like solo beaten by a tank. They're like, wait, what? A tank? The tank is doing this? Shit just does not happen like this, you know. But Esmeralda is still not the best, you know, charging sometimes at random things. I think she's gonna die to the Cho here. Yeah, the carry is just gonna run, and she's dead. So that just does not go well for her. You know, she can have a lot of shield steal, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't go well. Too much damage and there's no point shield stealing. It's like if you are a marksman and you have a lot of life steal, but if you run into like in the middle of 5 enemy people and just keep shooting, no matter how much life steal you have, you eventually die. Unless you are like Moskov or something, that probably would be different. Claude maybe, but I mean if I'm talking about like Layla in the middle, that's like instant death, no matter how pro you are. I mean if you're pro you wouldn't be in such positions, but yeah. And this is Guinevere's best try at killing Esmeralda. Didn't go well. This is why Esmeralda is a tanky mage. Guinevere going in for more kills again. The Purify Ruby though just doesn't allow her ulti to be that effective. And the Fanny just flying around, I have no idea what she's doing. Barely doing any damage at all. It's like touch. You know, every time she flies past you feel an itch somewhere, but that's about it. So that's what happens when you don't farm enough as a Fanny, you just keep dying. Just look at the shit damage the Fanny actually does at level 12, like. Which Fanny is at level 12? I guess she's higher level than most of her teammates, but against our team she just doesn't stand a chance. And the Cho thinks you could kill the Esmeralda in the middle of 3 other people. No. You need to watch your positioning better, Cho. And Esmeralda just does some stupid act here by chasing the Claude all the way in to the enemy base. And we gotta skip here again. And she jumps out of the Johnson. I guess the last time when she was in the car, Johnson was drunk driving, so now she's just wary. You know, you gotta be careful around drunk drivers. Yes, she saved the Ruby here. Yeah, pro Ruby. Somehow, you know, the lifesteal of Ruby, and she couldn't do much to protect the Harley there, but you know, she tried. And carry going up against the Claude, that did not go well. Is it Claude? Cloudy? I guess it's Claude. Okay, and Esmeralda is gonna take down the enemy inhibitor turret. The Fanny comes here to just, you know, have fun, swing around, make some friends, you know, scratch a little bit, play and have fun. Damage? No, what are you talking about? No, there's no damage. It's just a bug buzzing around. You know, that's how useless the Fanny is right now. Like, she literally does 0 damage. And okay, the lot is coming up from the top lane. The bottom lane inhibitor tower absolutely destroyed. The mid lane one too. I think this is gonna be a easy win. Why am I saying I think? This is gonna be an easy win because we won. That's why you're watching this. You know, if we lost now, and why would I show you that, you know? Yeah, let's get into the Johnson and go. Hopefully the Johnson is more sober this time and not drunk driving. Okay, we're making it quick. No, not wait, I'm behind. Yeah. Boom, Esmeralda alights early. You know, her stop is there, but Johnson forgot about it. Come on, man. We're not gonna pay more taxi fare. And the turret is down, so that'll be it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. If you do enjoy this style of content, do click the subscribe button and the little bell at the side to be notified when I upload videos. Bye.